What's up, y'all? It's Thursday. I like Thursdays the best day of the week, actually, because Friday just goes too darn tootin' fast. What did I do today, y'all? I worked out. I did laundry. Hence, found my son's missing car keys in the dryer. He used his car keys, went to the gym. Then he called me from the gym. It was like 9:30 at night. He's like, Mom, my car won't start. So I think he went and sat in the sauna with the keys that were also in the dryer, and something went wrong. So to take the spare up there while I was trying to watch the season finale of a show that I actually liked. But a mother's work is never done. That's what they say. It don't end. So today was alright. It was nothing to write home about. I had cod for dinner. Yeah. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty decent. Just trying to make it through the week, make it through another day. I finished my show. I'm assuming it was like 9 episodes, so I'm wondering if that's all of Dark Matter. It was pretty good. I liked it. Mind bending. So now I'll be on the search for another something like that. There's still another show on Apple TV is where I'm watching this Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal. We'll see what I feel on that one. I just opened this app and I actually saw about this story earlier. So this guy, he was driving. I'll let him tell it.
And these people is down here in Atlanta, being traffic in the back of a budget truck. And they need some help, hands tied up and shit. I'm just gonna keep following them until I see authorities or something. What? I made the call for them. Move that car, boy. Move it. Oh, thank God, man. Thank you. Man, I'm so proud of myself. I was not stopping. I was not giving up. I'm not giving up on y'all.
So good deed. He saved some trafficking victims. And I didn't want to. This is on my likes, so I'll probably play it. But this mother and her 16-year-old baby were denied entry to the United flight for using the wrong pronouns for a flight attendant. The flight attendant has denied access to us because he said I made a derogatory comment. One of the flight attendants because I didn't use the right pronoun.
My son and I are at United Airlines waiting for our flight from San Francisco to Austin, and the flight attendant has denied access to us because he said that I made a derogatory comment about one of those flight attendants because I didn't use the right pronoun. Now they are forbidding us to get on the plane. I am with my son. He is 25 pounds. I've been carrying him for about 30 minutes. They denied us boarding priority, and now they are about to deny us to board the plane. We'll see what happens.
That's cray. I gotta watch what I say, but that's what's happening in the news today. Let's get into this other news. Pew violence crisis prompts doctors to ask patients about firearm safety at home. U.S. soccer star Alex Morgan said she's disappointed that she was not included in the roster of players who will compete in the 2024 Olympics. Get in line, Alex. A lot of people aren't. Cooking burgers at home is going to be 3 times cheaper than celebrating Independence Day at a restaurant this year. Who celebrates Independence Day at a restaurant? I mean, I have before for some barbecue. Armored vehicles rammed doors of Bolivia's government palace Wednesday in an apparent coup attempt against President Luis Aker, but he vowed to stand firm and named a new army commander who ordered troops to stand down. So Bolivia's going through it. Pedestrian traffic deaths declined last year for the first time since COVID-19 pandemic, but remained well above pre-pandemic levels. The Governor's Highway Safety Association said in a new release on Wednesday. Country music icon Willie Nelson announced Wednesday that he will not be performing at the scheduled tour in Virginia Beach, according to a message posted on his Facebook. The fact that Willie Nelson is still alive just makes you feel like he knows something about life. The raging Blue Earth River, which caused an abutment of the 114-year-old Rapidan Dam to partially fail, has now swallowed most of the iconic home that sits on the nearby embankment. Yeah. Foppen Seafood is recalling smoked salmon sold at Kroger and Payless supermarket stores in 15 states after routine tests detected Listeria. Fun. The FCC says it plans to end exorbitant phone and video calls rates that have burdened incarcerated people and their families for decades. It may soon cost $1 instead of $12. Them prison calls, man, why didn't I never start that phone company? That's where the money resides. Amazon surpasses $2 trillion stock market valuation for the first time. I need to check my stock. President Biden pardoned LGBTQ plus service members who were convicted of a crime under military law based on their sexual orientation. South African scientists on Tuesday injected radioactive materials lot into a rhino to make it easier to detect at the border posts. Okay. To help with poaching. Delta Airlines this week opened its largest ever airport lounge for its premium passengers at JFK. The American Academy of Pediatrics urges doctors to discuss, we just talked about this. Jenna Moore walked 334 miles to Seattle Hospital to meet and recruit new bone marrow donors after her now 17-year-old granddaughter received a life-saving bone marrow there. Cool. WikiLeaks went home to Australia. Fire crews are trying to contain the blazes out west. And a pair of giant pandas leaving for China to the San Diego Zoo. Did those pandas ask to come there? More rain is set to hit the Midwest, where record flooding has already devastated homes and crops in Minnesota. Still going through it there, y'all. Tomorrow's supposed to be the big debate with Joe and Trumpy. Sleepy Joe and Dumpy Trumpy. The final home of Marilyn Monroe will not be demolished by property owners who sought to tear it down after the Los Angeles County voted to designate it as a historical monument on Wednesday. I was telling my husband this. I was like, when we used to watch future shows, and even still now, are they like, in the future, everything's like all digital and fancy? No, people like keeping old stuff. The cities are going to still be the same. Unless like something obliterates the cities, everything, people love the old stuff. They keep it forever. So this world where everything is all looking like Dubai, I don't see it happening in cities. People love preserving the old. There is no out with the old and with the new anymore. Ahead of Thursday's presidential debate, pollster and communications strategist Frank Luntz joins CBS to discuss the key to success. That's all they're going to talk about tomorrow's debate. A former principal in St. Louis who stole school funds and used the money to hire a friend to unalive his pregnant girlfriend was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison. I gotta get used to this new language I have to speak on here now. Prices of electric vehicles are tumbling. You went to electric car for the cheap now. Police said a 20-year-old man flew from New Jersey to Florida to attack another gamer with a hammer after a dispute through the video game Arcade. Dang. He wasn't playing. He said, I'm going to see you. People, if you put that much energy into being successful as people put into vengeance, people would be successful. Paris Hilton testifies before Congress about her experience in youth residential treatment facility where she alleged she was force-fed medications and sexually abused by staff. She described the extreme harm and lack of accountability in these facilities. She's been speaking out on this for a while. The IRS is far too slow in resolving a major problem for taxpayers who must wait almost 2 years for agency to clear up identity theft cases. Listen, man. The IRS is just behind on everything, but they want you to be on time with paying them taxes. A 13-year-old boa snake who was thought to be male gave birth to 14 babies, even though it hasn't been in contact with other snakes in years. I don't trust snakes. Supreme Court appears to likely allow emergency abortions in Idaho. More than 100 Haitian immigrants on a sailboat make landfall in Key West. 5 people have been indicted for their alleged roles in $120,000 bribery attempt of a juror during the Feeding Our Future fraud earlier this month. Alright, Volkswagen is recalling more than 271,000 SUVs. Don't drink Snap Chill. It is recalling the cold cans of coffee. It has potential of botulism. Who likes cold cans of coffee? I don't like coffee plain, but it just seemed wrong to drink it out of a can. Alright, I think we caught up, y'all. You know, tomorrow, like I said, is about to be all about the debate. Let's get into what I liked on here. I already talked about that. Let's see. So this show helped this man find out his girl was a cheater, only for her to start cooking her boyfriend on having a small.
Like that. Don't look at me. Keep your head straight. Come here. I'm saying firm grip.
Don't do that if you're not trying to do nothing.
Yeah, I'm not the one to play like that. What is it, bro? Shit, come here.
You over here feeling my arms?
Yeah,
it feels good though.
Stand up.
I thought y'all said you wasn't gonna touch it.
See.
So like.
Let me stop for real. Let me stop. Hey man, I ain't the one to play. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you for real. We go upstairs. What you doing that?
You gonna give me that massage you was talking about?
A little more than that though.
That sound fine. As long as it's a good time.
Come on in.
What is it?
No. What is this? Is the real question.
I even recommended it.
So, are you being honest right now, or are you just saying that?
I'm being very honest. You know what you got?
So that bothered him when you said?
Because how can you tell a grown man that how do you comfortably say it really ain't working or it's really not good? Like, I understand people are a grower and not a shower, but you're not a grower or a fucking shower.
So why are you saying that now?
Well, shit, you want some shit, I'm just letting you know what it is. You asked me why I'm cheating, why I'm not loyal. Shit, I'm letting you know. You wanted an answer.
I helped you with your startup money. I helped you buy product. Helped you with your taxes. I helped you get grants for small businesses. Don't tell me what I didn't help you with.
Honest, okay, you telling me all you helped me with, but what the fuck that got to do with your opinion? It don't work.
You know what?
Okay.
Coochie dry, Mookie. What the fuck you want me to do? So you trying to embarrass me, but who's really embarrassed? What's that rhino pill? Let's try it. I even recommended it.
So, are you being honest right now, or are you just saying that?
I'm being very honest. You know, is this what you wanted to hear? Because you obviously looking. This is the answer you wanted, right? You wanted some truth. This is the truth.
I wanted the truth the same time you was asking me for money. I wanted the truth the same time you was laying next to me telling me about your problems you was having with your business and I was being real with you. That's what I wanted.
Okay, in the same way I rolled over and told you about the problems with my business, I expected to roll over and get some good dick, but that ain't happened. So.
What kind of show is this, y'all? I can't.
Ever gonna get
Auntie,
the extra?
you in the wrong... Auntie,
What's going on?
you in the wrong side of the road. Look,
Back it up.
back up. Let's go. Oh. You got it, Auntie. Let's go. Back in there. Back in. What you gonna do? You gonna dance tonight? Come on. 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 1, 2.
I promise you I'm gonna start dancing like this. It seems so fun. And this lady, I don't know what she's on, but she's a vibe. I pray that God covers her because she's a vibe. I don't know what she on. I don't know what she going through, but she seems to be something. She looks pretty clean. I have no words. Alright, y'all. Let's see what's on TMZ. Michael Lohan heated exchange with Kate on video. Who knows who the heck Kate is? Bam Margera takes plea deal in assault case, 6 months probation. Hopefully Bam get clean because he was on that narcotic. Travis Scott before Miami arrest returned to yacht for forgotten items. Courtney Cleany judges side with the OnlyFans model over evidence in the murder trial. That's not really good. But I wonder if she gonna get off for slicing her boyfriend up. Bill Gates' daughter Phoebe dating Paul McCarthy's grandson. Okay, 2 rich people. Emma Roberts' women hit harder with Nepo baby label. No one calls out Clooney. Clooney's a Nepo baby. Ex-Obama speechwriter John Favreau, Biden's keys to debate: be energetic and forceful. Biden be energetic? Bill Cobb's dead at 90, rose in Bodyguard and Air Buds. I remember him. Dak Prescott assault lawsuit against star QB dismissed. Good for Dak. The rapper, I don't even want to say his name, but Mike, no charges in his Grammys arrest. Matthew Stafford's wife apologizes to Backup's fam after viral dating story. I don't care enough to read about that. Michael Jackson impersonator, I finally met Janet. Janet, I can't believe you took a picture with a Michael Jackson impersonator. Like, I get it, but I'd be too creeped out if someone was impersonating my brother. I just couldn't. Tegan Martin, unalived at 20 in a car crash. Don't know who that guy is. Politician George Galloway says baby reindeer real Martha stalked him too. That's pretty bad, Martha, if you got somebody else that you was after, because you trying to sue Netflix and somebody else and stepped forward and said you did it to them too. Britney Spears, no reconciliation with sons. Mother's Day call, but that's it. I hope they make up one day. Justin Timberlake's wife Jessica came to support him at one of his shows. A Tesla Cybertruck out of control accelerates and drives into a house. Was this the Chicago Reds, or I don't know who they are, but their pitcher upchucked all over the mound in the game. What kind of stuff did he take before the game? Bill Belichick and his young little 24-year-old honey have been living together for months. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's wedding anniversary spent in sheer paradise. He still got that guitar out. She never get tired of his guitar. I'd probably be like, don't play it this time. Let's just look at the waves. Sunny Hostin on J-Lo. I support her flying commercial back to Bronx roots. I'm pretty sure J-Lo flew commercial because they was sold out of seats, because ain't no way. Alright, let's see what else we got, y'all. I'm trying to make it through without getting in trouble. You gotta tread lightly these days. Nicki Minaj's sister Ming says she was bullied in school when people learned her sister was Nicki. So this is her half-sister. They got the same dad. They look alike. A lot of people is hating that wig, but I think she's only 18 years old. I mean, good for her. She said she didn't want Nicki helping her become famous, so, but she's kind of don't have no choice. So this Supreme Court judge, Christina Peterson, following her arrest, she's been removed. The Georgia Supreme Court removed her for misconduct. I hate to play this, but let's go.
No, take me. And I don't care. You don't need identification. You have locked people up and you have picked up dead bodies when you don't know who bodies it was, but you picked them up. Take me where you need to take me.
That's Peterson you saw in the back of the squad car. There she is again engaging with police before she's rushed to the ground and placed in handcuffs. The night this happened, an Atlanta police officer was working a security detail at the Red Martini Lounge in Buckhead. Police say the officer overheard some commotion, stepped in to de-escalate it, and that's when Peterson physically got involved with police. Police also showed video of what happened when they got her out of the squad car.
Stop touching. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Take me where you want.
Do she got any friends? Because who was she out with? Like, I just feel like she was having a psychotic break because this just ain't normal. I feel like she was stressed out. She's at a martini bar. Something went right. Her wig came off. This is just... But who was she out with? That's who I'm blaming for this. Because this is all wrong. NCAA Division I eliminates cannabis from banned substances list. Oh, Lord. These college players about to get high, high, high. They about to get high, high. They're about to get high. Alright, y'all. I think we are caught up. Alright. Let me stop before I start. Let's get into these Reddits and see. So Jonah in the Bible, a lot of people say he was a racist. That's why you see that. Let me delete that. Because, my search history just be popping up. Y'all just be seeing everything I was searching for. But you can read up on that if you want to. But anyway, let's get into this Reddit. What's a hack in your industry that customers aren't supposed to find out? Let me know. Orchestral violinist, sometimes we don't play all the notes. Yeah, we would never know. I worked at a restaurant and one time the chef burnt the applesauce that was supposed to be served with a pork chop. He put it on the menu as smoked applesauce and people loved it. Just because you're on hold doesn't mean we can't hear you. Good. Because y'all get on our nerves. Home Depot mulch is the same exact mulch as Lowe's. The only difference is the quality of the bag. Material comes from the same pile. It's the same dye. There's zero difference. Buy the cheaper option. There you go. Also on topic, never buy mulch or topsoil sold by weight. Always buy by volume. Humidity, rain, moisture in general changes things. A week or two later, when the moisture leaves, that 40-pound bag that got placed on the pallet is now 32 pounds. Any Marriott booking made partially with points with a 3-day cancellation policy can be canceled the same day of the booking without any fees. Can we hold it to you that that's true? A dog trainer has a hack. One reason we can get your dog to do something fast is because we use a high rate of reinforcement. Example, I'm training your dog to walk on a leash without pulling and we practice in your driveway. I feed the dog 20 tiny pieces of food by my knee as we walk at the end of the driveway. The first time a client tries to exercise, they may use 5. The mechanics of the exercise look easy, but it takes time to get used to. And when people are practicing on their own, they do other things instead of focus on the exercise. Lean into the bite. I work in pediatrics, and we're taught that if a child bites you, lean into it, push whatever you are. I don't know, lean into the bite. If your kid is bitten you, just push into the bite. Fine. If that means you clock the kid on the way out the push, I don't know. Consulting, we don't know either. Saying all consultants are scammers. Hospital bills are negotiable to a degree. Always ask for an itemized bill and put some effort into analyzing it. Our physical presence approach toward the user will sometimes fix the problem they are facing without any additional effort. IT support. You always ask for an IT person in person. Sometimes teachers do just pull grades out of their butt. I know they just be throwing anything on them papers. I work in IT and can confidently say that providing bribery in terms of food or snack will 100% get your issue taken care of faster and will help you jump the line in the ticket queue. So how do you give somebody that's over the phone a food or a snack? Therapy cash pays rates are negotiable. At many private practices, if you are uninsured or your insurance is not covered, pay them in cash. The root password is root. Tree surgery. If you hear the term ARB paint, it's just mud. These were helpful. Parents with grown children who no longer speak to you, what do you think led to this estrangement? Luckily, my children speak to me. But, my father recently passed away with 2/5 of his kids talking to him, both of those who had considered cutting contact. I had a few email exchanges with him before he passed away, discussed why he never met my daughter. He made excuses for what he could and denied the rest. He couldn't live with his actions, I think. Anyway, he told everyone that all his kids were just mentally ill and it was his fault. I think he honestly believed it. Then he ended up stealing 5/6 of the money my mom had left us and gave it to his second wife. Yeah, most parents that kids don't talk to them normally think it's the kids. Sad daughter here, scanning to see if by some miracle her parents show up in the comments. If you're looking for your parents in the comments, then you might as well talk to them at that point. My mom and I stopped talking for a 14-year stretch. When my son was very little, we were on vacation with my mother. My wife and I had a small disagreement about his breakfast, and afterwards, my mother pulled me inside and said I should take my son with me to a hotel for a few days to teach my wife a lesson. I disagreed, telling her that I didn't feel that I should be taking marital advice from a woman who had been divorced 3 times. She didn't take it as well as you thought she would. We finally started talking again when my grandmother passed away, and it had been fine ever since. She was mad at you, boy. Sending love to my fellow survivors who were raised in a home where, I guess, a domestic violence home where you survived. What is the pettiest thing you're still holding a grudge over? I'm the queen of holding grudges, and I've tried to get past that because my Lord and Savior said forgive. So I've been trying. But I used to hold some serious grudges, almost too many to name. But, I don't know. I'll read some of these and see if it jogs my memory. My best friend and I were going skiing post a night out. Hungover, we decided to get McDonald's breakfast. Both got a combo. He ordered an extra hash brown as well. The bag only came with 2 hash browns. He ate both and said they forgot mine. No, Max, they forgot your extra hash brown. It's been 7 years and I still get mad about it. My housemate ate all my Thin Mints. When I confronted her about it, her excuse was I didn't know whose they were. Well, then they weren't yours. One thing I don't like is when people open up something that's mine. That makes me so mad. Especially if it's something that it's like a thing that somebody had to dig in. Like, I don't want nobody else's hands in my stuff. That's a big pet peeve of mine. Like, if I had a personal bag of chips or something like that and you opened it, I don't want them. And then I'm mad at you. But I'm trying to get better, but I don't like that. That is a very big pet peeve of mine. My sister lied to my parents saying I ate the last 2 cookies and I got in trouble for lying to them. This happened when I was 7. I'm 28 now and I still tell her and my parents every chance I get that I'm still mad about that. My grandma threw my graduation cake in the trash because it was already half eaten. Like there was still 3/4 of a full cake left over. But apparently my grandma doesn't know that you don't need to eat the entire cake in one sitting. Oh, she never got a piece. That's cold, Grandma. You should at least ask her if she wanted some more. Not me, but my brother. He still blames me for deleting his save games on a secret. Man, my brother did that one time. And that was before game cards. And I was playing freaking what was it? Lara Croft. And I played that thing, and I was 9 months pregnant too. And that's all I could do was play video games. And I had got so far and he came and he started the game over. And I spent at least, I got myself back to where I was. Because luckily, once you beat certain things, you can. But man, that sucked. I was mad. I'm still mad they took honey mustard off of the menu at McDonald's in Canada about 9 years ago. Man, McDonald's really messed their menu up. I was mad at Red Lobster when they took them coconut shrimp. And now y'all see Red Lobster going out of business. And I'm just saying, I told y'all when they did that it was over for them. Cracker Jack removed the cool toy, replaced it with some piece of paper. Yeah, that's cold. You know another thing I don't like anymore? I don't like the fortune cookie sayings no more. They're so corny. Like fortune cookie stuff used to actually be good. I don't know who they're using for their fortunes anymore. But let's get into these story times, y'all. I think I made it unscathed.
In his phone to charge it, and that's when she discovered what was going on between her 10-year-old and a worker here at this daycare, the Youth Life Center, that had more than crossed the line, and she's uncovered that relationship that had been brewing for likely weeks.
They hugged for a lengthy period of time.
Grace Shawelu thought something was off with a newer worker here at Youth Life Center on Valley Hill Road, but when she plugged in her son's phone,
her face was his screensaver on the phone, and it was a picture that she had taken of herself.
And she started digging.
I went through his text messages because that was the first thing that I thought. And her name was saved in his phone as Mommy. And it's a bunch of I love yous and what are you wearing?
She shared pictures of much of the concerning conversation between her son and the 24-year-old worker, and pictures like this one.
That's not a picture that you send to a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send to your man.
She said the worker bought her son clothes, shoes, and even a gold chain. And Grace said when investigators came to her apartment, a Department of Family and Children's Services worker got her 10-year-old to reveal more.
Also alleges that the woman bought her son expensive gifts, such as clothes and a gold chain. When investigators spoke to the boy, he allegedly disclosed an incident in which the employee also rubbed.
He did say that this incident where she was rubbing his leg happened on the way back from the field trip.
We aren't using the worker's name or face because she is yet to be charged, and that's why Grace is outraged.
Had it been a situation where it was a little girl and a grown man, they would have locked him up on the spot with no questions until he was proven innocent.
I reached out to Youth Life Center, who sent a statement saying upon learning of these allegations, we took immediate action by notifying the appropriate authorities, going on to say we have terminated the employee for violations of standard operating procedures. Grace won't rest until that worker is charged.
Here's my thing. If you're not gonna charge her, then don't charge me when she get these hands, because what? That is terrible. People just really don't be right in the head, y'all. For real.
You can't make this stuff up. It's got to be true. This is Aaliyah Ross. She's 27. She and her husband, Devin, get into an argument in their house. And Devin goes outside, allegedly to calm down. But while he's in the process of calming down, he throws a cinder block onto her vehicle. Well, that makes her mad. Did I mention to you that when Devin went outside, he took his 16-month-old son, well, actually their 16-month-old son, outside. Well, when the cinder block went onto the car, it made Aaliyah even madder. So she got into the car, and she lunged forward in the car like she was going to run over him. Now, he's holding the 16-month-old baby. Well, she said, I guess he didn't get out of the way, so she lunged again and ran over Devin and her 16-month-old baby. Did you hear what I said? She ran over her boyfriend and their baby. Like bump, 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 run over them, okay? Then she runs the car into a neighbor's house, which is supposed to be some kind of relative. She leaves with the baby. She's injured. Devin is on his way to the hospital, calls her and says, you've got to take the baby to the hospital. She said, no, I'm going to leave him at the house. So she drives back to the house and puts the child in the house by himself. And then she takes off again. Devin goes back to the house, picks the baby up, and they both go to the hospital. Listen to me. The baby is in critical condition this morning in the hospital in Tampa. And after she runs over her baby, after she leaves with him, she brings him back to the house and leaves him alone and him in critical condition at 16 months old. And then she takes off again. So obviously, we're not impressed with her conduct. She's clearly violated all kinds of laws of the state of Florida. So we track her down in Orlando at her sister's. Our colleagues from the Orange County Sheriff's Office helped us by taking her into custody until we could get there and interview her. She's locked up on too many charges to talk about in the short video. You talking about crazy? Here's a crazy woman. Have a good day.
That's wild. It ain't that much mad in the world.
Y'all, I'm watching this new TikTok series about this girl named Destiny. She was the side chick to a pastor. Ended up attending the church and all with the wife there. Mind you, she had a fiance. And she got pregnant by the pastor. She ended up having an abortion, but it was crazy, y'all. Y'all need to watch. And then she ended up telling one of the churchgoers, she spilled the beans and told one of the churchgoers that she was having an affair with the pastor. So I'm up to the part where the pastor is about to find out, and I'm clutching my pearls because it's just like, what? This is juicy as hell. Y'all need to watch it. Watch it. I'm telling y'all. And then we gonna come back and we gonna talk about it.
Listen, I love that she broke this down because as you can see, it's 12 parts to the other girl's story, the real girl, and ain't nobody watching 12 parts. I love when people just watch it and then just tell me what happened, then I could tell y'all.
When you gonna get cookies?
We gotta see if they're worth it, because they're all over TikTok, but they're so expensive.
What is it?
They're cookies. They're cookies.
Cookies.
We got 7 for $166.
What did you just fucking say?
What?
How much?
Well, like, grandma tipped a lot, so it was like really 150, but she tipped like 16, so like 160 something.
For some fucking cookies?
I'm sorry. It was just some cookies.
Them some bitches better be laced in fucking gold. You better be bullshit.
I'm not, Grandma.
You better not pay no $160 for them damn cookies.
By the time they were ordered, they were already ordered. I didn't know until they told me the total.
You want to try them with us?
Would you have? Did you have them delivered?
No, we went and picked them up.
Whatever we went and got.
What the hell is Crumble?
It's a Chick-fil-A and stuff. Yeah.
You didn't pay no $160 fucking for goddamn 7 cookies. No weed. You ain't got no mask in your pocket. I paid $160 for some fucking cookies.
Actually, she did. She paid it. Yeah.
Honestly, even though this could be a joke, crumble cookies, 7 of them, they probably at least cost $70, depending on what kind they got. I'm with Papa on this, and they ain't even good.
Tonight, authorities are searching for an American tourist reported missing in the Bahamas. Taylor Casey of Chicago was last seen in the Paradise Island area last Wednesday. She was reportedly on vacation for a yoga retreat. Family members are expected to arrive tomorrow to help with the search. The U.S. State Department had issued a travel advisory for the Bahamas in January, citing violent crime in the area. Tonight, authorities...
That's crazy. They still haven't found that lady.
What's up, everybody? All right, you guys. So police in Bradenton, Florida are investigating a triple homicide after they say 28-year-old Javante Bryce killed 3 family members. So you guys, this all took place around 9:30 p.m. last night. Police are saying that Javante went to a Motel 6 where he first killed his mother. So Javante then drove to 2 other crime scenes where he killed 2 other women, believing to be a family member, and one of them believing to be the mother of his kids. Now, y'all, what's so crazy about this case is, as Javante is committing the crimes, he's on social media tagging the victims. In one post, he says, "Pig, I love you, but you had to go." And in another post, he says, "I love you, babe. Koya Bryce, see you in." Now, as Javante is doing this stuff, family members are finding out as it's happening, and they are begging him to stop. But Javante is saying that he's on his way to Georgia to finish what he started. So after that last killing, police ended up catching up with him in another city where they exchanged fire and they ended up killing Javante. Now, y'all, as of right now, we don't have a motive. We don't know why Javante did what he did, but there are rumors that are circulating on social media. As he was committing these crimes, there were other people that he tagged in statuses, and there were other things that he said in these statuses before deleting them. And y'all, if police hadn't caught up with him when they did, there might have been more victims. Now, y'all, my heart goes out to the victims. We know that the victims were his family members. So please show some kind of compassion when you're dealing with this situation on social media and talking about it. Because remember, Javante is their family member, and also the people who lost their lives is as well. Now, I'm going to keep you guys updated as this case unfolds. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on this case. Justice for the victims and justice for the victims' family.
That's sad, and I talked about this yesterday. According to what I heard is that supposedly he was on the down low, and I guess when his family members clearly exposed him, and he just snapped. Sad.
My honest opinion on some.
Okay, y'all, we caught up. We are caught up, and prayerfully, I didn't say nothing wrong. I try. But when they report on cases, that ain't me. Like, this gotta be a better way. Listen, y'all be good. Y'all stay safe, and I pray that y'all week is going fast and flawless. I'll be back tomorrow.